Hello, fellow Whovians. Paparazzo Dave Chapman here, coming to you live from, as you can see over my shoulder, New Orleans. Ooh. So yes, I just finished off with Pensacon with the fine folks over at Earth Station 1 and Earth Station Who. So I'm here for a few more days before heading off to Louisville. But I wanted to come see you all. I miss you all. I'm so busy when I'm on the road. Let's take a look, see who we got here. Oh, we got Tasty Cake. We don't need him. That's okay. Look, we've got Ramona. Hey, Ramona, how's it going? Hi, Dan. Hi, Dan. Hi, Dan. Things are not doing too bad for me. Although just as I was leaving Pensacon, I come out of the shade into the light, get blinded, step down from the curb, and hit a piece of uneven pavement. So I spent most of my first day in New Orleans sitting with my foot up and being iced. So that was not, fun. But I'm not here alone. But I'm almost here alone because I'm kind of vamping a little bit. We know that Nick is going to be late and Melanie's having some technical issues. But unlike Christian, I didn't want to start really late. But that's okay. We got all the people here. Thank you guys for joining me. Roger, I wonder if the doctor is still president of Earth. Of course he is. His or her secret service. And that works. Hearts. Gonna do the hearts. I'm using my phone for my camera, so it is entirely possible that it will not do the hearts. Yeah, no, it doesn't want to do, with this camera, it does not want to pick up the hearts. No hearts for me. Sorry, Ramona. Hey, Babette, thank you for joining us. Hello again, Roger. So yes, I am not alone. I do have with me, of course, the Reverend Amagon, who has turned himself into a penguin. Hi, Tom.
Hi, it's me, Frobisher.
Oh, hello, Frobisher. How are you doing?
Couldn't find my top hat. I mean, you talked about top hat. Sorry. You were talking about top hat.
Yeah, I was talking about top hat.
Fedora.
Yeah, you were talking about fedora. I got that. Yeah, no, I would been having a conversation that I should buy a top hat. I don't know how I got in this conversation. It's like, no, that's a terrible idea. You're going to look like you're just a fanboy for Anne Rice doing that in New Orleans. I'm like, I wasn't really going to do it, but now maybe I should. So I've just been like sending my friend pictures of me in top hats. We'll actually end up buying a hat though, because there's a couple of them that I've been looking at as a result. But how are you doing, Tom? Other than not being able to find your fedora.
Well, as some of our followers on the chat know, as in Dan and Ramona, I now own 2 square feet of land in Scotland. So I am a laird. Because my brother said, should I go with Lord or Laird? He said Scotland, Laird. So,
yeah, it's
fair. Title.
There we go. Laird Reverend Amagon, or is it Reverend Laird? I don't know which way those honorifics go.
Saint Reverend Dr. Reverend Amagon, Laird of
something. Right. Something. So, hi, Melanie. We don't have so people we can't see Melanie. We have the voice of Melanie Dean today.
My laptop is doing something very fun where suddenly it cannot find the camera that is in the laptop itself. I've not done an update, so I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll do an update, do all this kind of fun stuff. But unfortunately, as I keep futzing around with it, you're just going to have to hear my lovely voice. I think of it's on par with Big Finish, so that kind of works out, right?
There you go. It's true.
It's on brand.
There you go. So yes. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll just turn off his camera, and we'll all do the thing. No, this is a terrible plan. This is a video podcast. We should really do this on video.
I'm putting the podcast back into it.
Exactly. But yes, this is my nice, good wool one, which is all sorts of fun in this weather. But it matches the jersey. We should wear something nice in here. But yes, so we'll
your lovely. You are in
okay,
Rollins?
honestly, we have just. Yes, we have. Kevin loves that we have the disembodied voice of Melanie.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah, no, I'm staying at the hostel here in New Orleans. It is glorious and wonderful. And what I can do is I should be able to unplug this because it should be a little bit cranky. Did it freeze up? It just froze up. There we go.
Oh,
It's not
darn.
as good.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, so there's some hangout space and some games on the wall, a pool table over there, workspace, little giant kitchen area. So it's very nice here. All run nonprofit, of course.
Very cool.
Yeah,
I just saw. Sorry, I just saw that Cyborg G100 said, "Hey guys, Melanie tried a different browser. Camera could be locked up by the browser. I will do that."
There we go.
Mark knows everything.
You need to. You shouldn't even need to bump out to do that. But if you need to, go ahead. We'll vamp a bit. And yeah, Nick will be here in sometime in the next 15 minutes ish. He had some family stuff. Team Alberta Roller Derby was a few hours north from Thibodaux, so they had a big tournament. They went in seeded 5th and came out of it in 5th place. So yay for meeting expectations. But I had a bit of a night out in the town here with some of them last night, so that was nice. Just iced my foot all day. Iced it when I got back in, and it only felt it in between a few of the drinks.
In between, like a few. So luckily, y'all don't see this huge glass of sangria that I'm sipping on. So I'm just drinking water.
Exactly. I'm technically, we're not supposed to have alcohol up here. So I'm gonna have it down there, but not up here. So
okay.
I've just got water for now. But after this, I'll probably go out. I don't know where I'm going to go. I found a couple of interesting looking bars, and I had some amazing gumbo the other day. It's been a really good trip. Just kind of full stop. And as I was saying, it isn't just the 2.5 of us. We've also got the amazing and wonderful Nick Smith. Hey, Nick.
Yay!
I'm sorry to hear about your mischief that you did yourself, Dave.
Yeah, it was just like as I was heading to my car, I'm done at Pensacon, and just boom.
Yeah. And I'm sorry I'm late. I had to pick up a penguin.
Matt!
I have no penguin. I'm not cool like you guys. I have no penguin.
No
I got Mr. Fibbles in the background.
I
have a penguin, but I have a cat. But again, no camera. Nah.
That's a good suggestion from Mark.
Yeah, Mark should think I should do a traveling TARDIS tour guide book. Honestly, I'm not very good at tour. You should do that, Mark. You should do that. You are the ultimate tour guide.
He is, if you're in London or anywhere really over in the UK.
Yeah, I go around and I do conventions, and I might get around. This is very strange. I'm in New Orleans, and aside from I am doing some day jobby stuff like in the morning, but I'm not here for an event. I'm not here for work.
You are the event.
I am the event. I don't understand this.
You are the walrus. Goo 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 joob.
Someone said this is called a vacation, something like vacation. I don't understand it. It's a very strange
vacation. The hell is that?
I don't get it. Exactly. Like I don't travel for no reason.
Yeah, later you'll be producing other things too. So you're just extremely busy.
Yes, exactly. I will have a couple minutes video clip. I did something extra fun with your Station 1 people before we left, but I did not have a chance to do it because it is the end of the month. So I do actually have day job stuff that I have been actually had to do, which is great that I can do it from the road, but also kind of annoying. But I did find out some really good news. It is pending other scheduling conflicts and the potential of the Quad Ball World Cup being like in Australia and costing too much. I will be at MegaCon next year, and at Pensacon next year.
Wow!
Because Pensacon announced their dates over it is we love Pensacon because it is over the Valentine's Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
The weekend immediately before that is MegaCon.
Wow.
So I have no excuse not to come out here and do both conventions.
Just do the whole Florida thing. Yes.
Yep, exactly. I can't do too much with that scheduling. I head off. I'll know if I'm, I have the Gamma Expo next week in Louisville, so I'll be able to join you guys live from that. And after that, we do have something special next week. We don't have the graphics confirmed to give you a big splashy niceness, but we're going to have a special guest next week. We're pushing back our planned month of content because we actually figured out a whole month of content, but we are pushing all of that back by a week. But yeah, no, I bet sounds like everyone's been doing pretty good for the most part. I didn't get the Pango chocolate bar joke. So do you have any Doctor Who conventions in my area? No. The closest I have is the Calgary and/or Edmonton Expos, which are like MegaCon, a general entertainment convention.
How close are those?
And they're also Fan Expo, and they haven't had any Who guests. I think Alex Kingston was at MegaCon, I think.
Yep.
So it's plausible that she will get announced for Calgary. That's usually where I kind of watch and a lot of that because it's the same circuit, same company.
Sure.
So we will see. I'm based out of Alberta, Canada, normally. But as we've been saying, I'm on the road a lot. So yeah, today I'm in New Orleans. It was basically a 3-day drive to get to Pensacola. I left Monday morning, got in Wednesday night, slept in the back of my car. But yes, we have all of us here. We've vamped. We've vamped for much too long. We've given Nick to get here. We've given Melanie a chance to try to get a camera going in his face. That's okay.
No, yeah, that's not working. Microsoft Edge did not help either.
But you've got all the controls and stuff.
Yeah, I have everything else except just a
excellent,
lovely camera on my face.
Well, I will let you do the behind-the-scenes things after this. Yeah, I wish Orlando had a big WhoCon. They tried, but it was poorly organized. It's true. I almost went to Galley 1. I was really tempted to go to Galley 1 because I could have gone, but that would have involved going from Western Canada down is about 24 driving hours to LA, and then across to Florida. So I did ocean to ocean almost twice over the summer. I didn't really want to do that again.
No.
No. Especially because I did have other things to do. And I'm like, yeah. So, but today, one of the reasons we did this is so that I could actually, one of the few things I can do to prep while I'm on the road is listen to audio.
Ah.
So why not look at the Maltese Penguin?
I've done that 3 times. Okay. Sorry.
And part of the reason I chose this is because we had it. Christian had this to be able to for us to go listen to, but also one of us has a certain affinity for Frobisher. I think Melanie's just chosen to keep her camera off so we can't watch her squeeing.
No, I just adore the idea of Frobisher. Even though as we go through our review, there's a certain campiness that you got to be in the mood for a Frobisher one. You just have to be in that mode for these are the jokes, kid, and that's all I'll say right now.
There you go. So well, it's not all you're gonna say. Why don't you tell us what you rate this? Might as well do the thing. Tom apparently has crashed, which is why we've got
all just going down in flames. Okay, so I will try to push my
using public Wi-Fi, and I'm the best. There we go.
Right. Okay, so my rating, given that this is, Lord, okay. Okay, there's a lot of tears here when it comes to and weighted curves when it comes to me and a Frobisher Bez Big Finish. One that keep in mind, there's some caveats here, so buckle up. This was done, I believe, in 2002. So this is a little bit early. So we're looking at 22 years here, people. It is in a specific style. If you are not familiar with the character of Frobisher, he is very Cagney noir, PI kind of, that kind of vibe. There are literally at the very end of this, Rob Shearman straight up took lines from Casablanca. We know that these aren't just look, it's a cameo. No, we're hitting them hard. There is no silent little nod to, we're kind of gonna do this. No. He's the actor of the Frobisher's voice has that very, very New York nasal. Yeah, gangster. It's that. And the jokes are going to be like that too. You're going to have a lot of more of a vaudevillian kind of theatrical kind of feel to this. So if you put your mindset that you're watching TV, you're watching the black and white gangster movies, you're watching, all that kind of fun stuff. You're literally watching Maltese Falcon. You're watching Bogart. You are watching, this is what you're going Cagney. You're going Bogart. You're going black and white. You gotta like that genre to like this particular Big Finish. Because honestly, if I was not in the mood for this, I could give it a 3 and move on. I like it. It's what I want. I'm good for it. I'm gonna go with a nice little 7 because it's an hour long. It's fun. It's digestible. Here are the jokes. You don't have to think, but if you're not in the mood for it, you could probably go back to a 3. So that's where I'm going to actually go for a 3 to a 7. That's the pendulum here. If you're not in the mood, overall, with those caveats, I'm going 7.
All right. Make a note of that. And Nick, what about you?
All right. Oh, my goodness. That was quite a caveat. I love Frobisher. I would give Big Finish a 10 just for using Frobisher, just for incorporating him. Anything from the comics is fun. But the story is not perfect.
Yes.
So rather than giving it a 7, I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Okay.
Oh, that's fair.
And then what? Let's see. So that's a 7 from Melanie, 7.5 from Nick, and what from Tom?
The higher score goes last, right?
Yes.
We'll go in whatever order I choose.
But
I'm still going to say 8 because to me, it was hilarious. I love noir. And that's what I just base on, film noir and old-timey stuff. So I'm sticking with 8.
All right. That's reasonable. So what I'm going to do, there's 4 of us, and we've also got a couple of really cool things going on besides just this review. Let's see what Babette had to say here real quick before I do this stuff. Frobisher is the kind of equivalent of a sitcom bringing in a cute kid or monkey in the season.
Accurate.
I actually like that context for the time period and the show is surviving during the Collins era. Yeah, that's valid. But yes, no, we have some extra cool announcements. So I'm going to put those in between all of our peoples.
Side note, because this is just me reaching back. I worked with Babette a long time ago on the show. So that's just going to that was a while. That's 20 years on top of it, too. Because I just realized, I love you. Okay, bye.
No, bye. Stay.
No.
Even
No,
though
I'm staying. I just wanted to bring that up.
Don't hold 20 years ago Melanie against us, Babette.
Yes. So please don't hold that against
20 years ago. Wow.
So yeah, we have 1,000 uploads.
Yes. Yes.
we
Sorry, I
hit
just
a
want to say
milestone.
phenomenal human being. Just saying. Okay, anyway.
Yeah,
1,000 uploads!
Yep.
Point the other way.
1,000 uploads. How cool is that?
I stupidly started leaning over to get on the other side, then realized I don't have a camera, fool.
I knew it. I knew you would do that. I
I'm like,
knew it.
well, let me
It's
point.
such a Melanie thing.
That's an awesome announcement.
Exactly. So we are going to let's start with the let's start at the top. Why? Because Tom didn't want to go first.
So terrible.
So Tom, why'd you give it an 8? Where did it hit? Where did it
How
miss?
am I at the
All of
top?
those
You're
other
at the
things.
top.
You don't know what my ranking is. I'm playing the Christian card.
That's
You don't
the
get it.
question.
Bless you.
Since I listened to it today and went through all 75 minutes as you told me it would be. No, and I did hear a review about it yesterday from two guys saying something that Robert Sherman did not like it, the way it came out. But for me, it was hilarious. It was, again, I love film noir. I love the classic. I love noir stuff. One day, if I ever get back to writing, not a Doctor Who this time. It's a noir story because it's just the mystery of it all, the time, the elegance, the clothing, the guns, all these sexy women with their. Anyway, why to give it an 8? I thought it was fun. The joking about the Peter Lorre. Was oh hello smartass, what do you think you're doing there? Huh? That was funny. And as I read through it, to me, it's when Frobisher transformed into his human appearance. To me, it sounded like Colin trying to do an accent, and he was uncredited for that. It's still his audio. Why didn't you credit him? That makes no sense, or Big Finish. I was like, wait a minute, is this guy sounding so much like Colin? I mean, that's great. The jokingness of it, the silliness, the whole. I never seen Maltese Falcon, but I know the concepts of all these things. So
that hurt. You've never seen Maltese Falcon.
I haven't seen a lot of things. I still haven't seen that DVD.
So, anyways,
thank you.
Yeah, that's. Put it.
All
right, we'll forgive. No, we'll forgive him. We'll give him a chance.
I barely watched Wizard of Oz because it was on TV, but I do have it on DVD.
All right, that's it. No, we can't do this again.
Cut off
no,
again.
No.
Who got cut off with?
Cut it. Oops. Totally just accidental. It has nothing to do with our being ashamed of sharing space with someone who hasn't seen Maltese Falcon and barely seen Wizard of Oz.
Tom, it's okay. I've never seen E.T.
I did see E.T. I saw when they had the rifles in it. That was back before they took out the rifles. Say, I'm going to point my walkie-talkie at them. Oh my God, look at that. So,
but anyway,
back to who?
Exactly.
Doctor Who.
Yes.
So
you were saying yes.
The guy in charge. It's a freaking frog. What was his name? I can't see his name.
You can see him there on the.
Yeah.
On the screen. I'm circling him with my cursor, like you can see this.
Funny. So, what's his name again? Dr. Frobisher, Joshua Alicia Chandler. So the guy's like, he was like a brother to me, an idiot brother or something. So he doesn't care. It's just another he's just another mobster, gangster kind of thing. So it's just hilariousness of it. It's like, I've seen so many mob movies over the years. Every Saturday, it's like, yeah. So for me, it was just a fun thing for it to be free. For people to say they don't like it, for the author don't like it, the writer. It happens that way. I could never, even though we did hear Holy Terror. I think we did a show from that some years ago. I just can't get past the voice. Frobisher sounding with that cheap accent kind of thing, and I can't think of what I heard his voice in my head, but it's to me just so bizarre. So that's the knockoff for me. It's like, what's with the voice? But it's a silly, cartoonish looking, 4 foot tall penguin walking around with the doctor. Hey, I like this outfit. I like the way I look here because I'm a penguin. And at the ending, turns out, it's his ex-wife. I mean, that's like, okay. I did laugh through this thing because of the silliness of it. So for me, it was, when I listened to it again, yeah, sure, if I had nothing else better to do. But we all were within that range of 7, 7.5, 8, and so we had high scores in this thing. It wasn't downwardly horrible like the reviewers did yesterday when I was trying to listen to it. They're going to play it sooner or later, and I didn't pay attention. They were reviewing the whole thing. So it was a fun thing. If you know about noir, how it goes so bizarrely here and there, like, this is just the campiness of it is fun. Laugh at yourself, take things lightly. So take a listen to it if you can get it for free, or access
There you
someone's
go.
account for free.
I suppose it's a little late for putting this in here, but we will anyway.
Oh, not yet. Spoilers.
Oops.
Oh shoot, I
Spoilers.
forgot.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay.
So you said
I
doing
mean,
Twitter and YouTube with saying spoilers
It
all
is.
day long.
it is 20 years old, as we pointed out. So I think the time for spoilers, that curve of spoiler being okay is fine.
Sorry, Charlie.
Yeah.
Andrew does have a question for you, Tom, and that's what kind of voice should he have had?
Should he have had? I had the voice in my head, but all the other voices kind of took him out, because all my titles of now Laird, Lord, Reverend, Doctor, Saint. For a penguin, I just thought was I wasn't gonna say my voice, but not in the comical. I'm a detective. I can do things like this. I just couldn't see it. But then you look at his picture as a cartoonish like penguin, it does make sense in a way. But I was thinking
Maybe the
a little
higher
more-
pitch was the pitch might have been a little bit lower, so that way you could still have the fun of the noir, and
Exactly.
but not way up here. I mean, come down.
That was going a little too far. I was thinking,
Yeah.
you see, I'm doing this thing here, like
His
Dick
narration
Tracy.
voice to me wasn't when in this you had three voices. You had Frobisher as he was talking to somebody in a character. You had Frobisher narrating, and then you had Colin Baker doing Frobisher in the kind of Colin Baker suit. So it was basically Colin Baker doing the Frobisher, his impersonation of a Frobisher voice. I felt that the narrator Frobisher voice, it wasn't that high pitched. It wasn't that energy behind it, because he's not going, what are you doing? It's surprise, in the moment with working with the bad guy, yelling at the bad guys, or running, or da-da-da-da. When he was narrating, his cadence was much more calm. His voice tone was down, and for me, this one was better, a lot better. I could palate his voice much better than the first time I had ever heard him, because I was right there with you, Tom. The
Yes.
first time I ever had listened to Frobisher, I'm like, I can't do this. This man is
This is Frobisher here. I don't know if you can see. Camera.
Here we go.
Yes.
Whoa!
The kind of
Wow.
thing.
Wow!
Wow.
Well, he doesn't sound exactly like I expected Frobisher to sound.
Hmm.
I understand completely what you mean, but he's Frobisher.
It's true.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the way things are. Right?
So Roger had a good point here that Angels and Manhattan had that same detective noir vibe with Detective Sam Garner and Melanie Malone, aka River Song, and she wrote a book about Melanie Malone, and she narrates the audio book, and it was an entertaining book.
Mhm.
I think the audio paced weird to me, and she just felt off her river game in doing it. But it was once it was done, I'm like, oh, this was a good story. But I think it was one of those stories that would be almost better to having read. You kind of speed it up a little, and it gets a little bit. It's not that the story dragged; it's just the way it parceled itself out was a bit weird. But I would have loved to see. I did actually think as I was listening to it, I would love to see Frobisher in this. So that's a thought. Oops. We both.
Oops.
Melanie and I are both trying to do the same job again.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we got more milestones to show off before we ask for Nick's opinion. Or wait, no, it's not Nick's opinion. It's next. It's whose opinion is it next? Yeah, no, Nick is next. But yes, we not only have 1,000 uploads, we hit 4,000 subscribers.
Bless all
We
of
had the
you
big-
for wanting to listen to this nonsense.
this nonsense. we have more subscribers than Big Finish Audio.
Oh, now
Give me a
all the
hell
things
yeah.
to go over there.
Yes.
Okay, so
You
maybe
go-
not this one for the first one.
Yeah. But so that's our next milestone. We have another one. We have more. We have more than that. But before that, Nick,
There's more.
you gave us a 7.5. Roger, we got it. Embarrassingly encyclopedic in her knowledge of classic Who. Interesting.
Nothing to be embarrassed about.
No, exactly.
Oh,
We shall make notes of that.
yes.
I know. Quick trivia. Let's go.
Yes. But as we were saying, Nick, you gave it a 7.5.
I did. Oh my goodness. Frobisher in the 80s comics, so special to me. So I pulled out some of my old mags. This is summer of 85, I believe. So shapeshifters in here. We see Frobisher for pretty much the first time. Can change himself into the console. There he is. And within a couple of months, he decides on Penguin. Penguin's the way to go. So I love that we have these audios. Rob Shearman wrote them so well because he's not just deconstructing detective stories, but also audio as well, what we can do with audio. He builds up tension as when Frobisher's falling off a cliff. We don't know what he's going to change into. And probably everyone's thinking, change into a penguin, you're going to crash into water. And it takes him a while to figure that out. But also we have the Peter Lorre character that Tom mentioned. And
You smart ass.
Frobisher says he looks nothing like Peter Lorre. So we audience seeing the actor's face, but it doesn't look anything like him. So just clever tricks like that, bumped up the points with this. It's a good story. It was a throwaway, it was a freebie story, so I wasn't expecting that much. It's not, epic kind of world-shattering storytelling. And it's not supposed to be. I love that we find out the reason why Frobisher sticks with his penguin shape. So that's a big deal. Iconic for him. And also, I have to drop the points down a little bit for Colin Baker's American accent. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I noticed that. When he goes fast, he loses it.
Trying to be bad, or I don't know. It was a choice. Let's say it was a choice.
Yeah.
Not a great choice, but always fun. Not perfect, but I really enjoyed listening to it. I was laughing out loud. Lots of good jokes in it.
Better than Neil Patrick Harris's German accent.
Yes.
Well, there we are then.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, so that's all right then.
Exactly.
Yes. It's all right then.
That's all right then.
Setting it up.
That was all about it.
It down.
More Frobisher, please. More Rob Shearman.
Yes,
And
let's have a spin-off show, Frobisher Friday, and we'll just go through everything that's Frobisher.
I'm all about that penguin. Yes.
Great. You and Melanie can do that one because I have no time.
Okay.
just volunteer Melanie to do everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can book Melody on the show too. You can have a conversation there.
I think she's nodding vigorously right now.
Yes, she is.
I don't know what my sign.
Did
I
you,
can't
Major
hear
General
you. I'm too busy drinking
Miles
sangria.
Olaf, the third hatched and resided in Scotland and is the highest ranking penguin in the world and in the King's Guard of Norway, and he inspects regular soldiers on parade. That's kind of cool. We have penguins that kind of wander around the Calgary Zoo all the time, but
That's I didn't know penguin.
they're just cool.
Wandering.
Yeah. Except when it gets really cold. It gets really cold in winter in Canada. The penguins go inside.
It's a great conceit having this shape-shifting Whifferdale who can be anything at all. And you got also a very talented artist drawing a bunch of his stories, John Ridgway. Oh, there was that great joke about John Ridgway in the audio. The art is so distracting, they flip it to face the wall so that the bad guy doesn't see it. But yeah, John Ridgway could draw anything. He's like, I think I can manage a penguin. And that's it.
Yeah. I'm not going to disagree with that.
No, but that's I think completely. I 300% agree. An episode shot in film noir would be amazing in the modern series. I think that would be absolutely brilliant, especially now that they really have the budget to go all out with really long shot cinematography and really have fun playing with the lighting. Or actually, I take this back. It's not just playing with the lighting. It would be dressing the sets correctly in reds and pinks and all that. So then they would shoot it in black and white and have the tonal value of how it looked, perfectly, and not just CG putting a filter over it and calling it a day. No, I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Have any of you read The Boogeyman? I have not.
Not yet.
I not that I'm aware. No. I know many Boogeyman things, but I've not read any.
I know the Muppet
Shot
Man.
in old black and white meets Sin City. Oops.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. We did the same thing. Maybe if you wanted to bring in an American director, you get Michael Giacchino in there from the amazing composer turned director, who of course did Werewolf by Night.
That was such a wonderfully shot piece. I mean, that was to me just a love letter. At first going, okay, let's see what Werewolf by Night is, and the whole time I'm just salivating. Just every shot was amazing. That would to me is like that's a accurate ode, beautiful ode to the genre.
There's a it's not their usual assembled stuff. There is an actual documentary about him and kind of how he came to being into directing this on Disney Plus. Definitely worth watching. It's got some really neat. I've always loved his music. His music is great, and his son is also a composer, which is kind of neat. But yeah, no, it's going to be that would be really if they'd be willing to bring in an American. My only complaint with Werewolf by Night is that when they redid the colored version of it, that they just took the filter off.
Yeah.
As opposed to make it black and white and then colorize the black and white. So filter over the filter. That would have been
that would have been even better because then everyone's got that really saturated one color over, and then like you would see colorized photos and colorized things from ye old World War II and World War I, kind of those are the really, really old ones. Kind of stuff. Oh, that'd be amazing. But no, they just took the filter off. Anyhow.
Yes, we're divert, come back. The Boogeyman is a noir graphic novel with a patient from a mental hospital who thinks he's a character played by Humphrey Bogart.
Bogey.
Yeah. They should have made it look like that 50s colors. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. So, yes. And next up is Melanie. But first, it's 700,000 views. So thank you all. Look at this.
You're pointing the wrong way. There you
go. Look at this. No, look at this, because look, I'm enormous. No, but seriously,
Dave, look at this.
Oh yeah.
700,000 views. Thank you, Whovians, for watching us and loving us, and
I apologize already.
As long as you watch it. Yeah,
I apologize
exactly.
Again.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But yes, you don't get to be sorry. You have to stand by your rating of 7, Melanie.
Oh no, I stand by that, and I will always apologize for this show.
And
day one, you'll see me.
With you, because
here's me as a logo. Okay, so as I brought up the caveat of this could be a 3, this could be a 7 in the mood I'm in.
Wow.
The pendulum kind of swings. If I'm not feeling Frobisher, if I'm not feeling this, I don't. Lord. Okay, here's my 7. Try to remember the 7 part. There are points where, while I applaud Nick for laughing, I rolled. But I rolled with a smile on my face. It's that loving kind of, there's a sigh there and just a bit of a smile, but it is Shearman's type of humor is very, very witty, but it's also extremely dry. And when you pair that with this genre, it's kind of fun in a way. With like one example in particular is like Frobisher keeps throughout this entire thing. You'll be in the scene, you'll be in the drama, and then he'll jump back out and narrate. And you can definitely tell when by the voice affectation where he becomes a more calmer narrating kind of tone. And then when he's in the action, he's a lot more higher. He's more impactful with his diction. He's there's more action. There's more feeling behind it.
Mm-hmm.
There's parts where he would say, oh, and I'm going to paraphrase this and butcher it a little bit. In the scene, he needs to dodge out of the way of something, or no, because he's trying to trail somebody, and it's in the beginning, and he's trying to be very sneaky and stealthy, and he's in this, we've already painted this alleyway where it's dark and it's long and the lights are flickering, that kind of just, he's being very stealthy. This is what he's, born and bred for, his PI. And then he could see his target turn to look at him, and he deftly jumps into the shadows to hide. And all you hear at this moment in the Foley is of trash cans falling, cats screaming, blah, 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 blah. So it has there's a lot of that kind of humor where it's he says something that's very noir and perfect, and it's very, mysterious, and then here comes the comedy just to completely, have a laugh out of it. And that's just Shearman's style. A lot of that's very dry, kind of witty, and those are the jokes. I agree with everyone so far in that Nick, your comment about like Colin's American accent. When I think it's him doing his Frobisher, he can stick to it, but Colin is he's very kinetic. He's very much someone who can talk rapid fire, rapid pace, and especially in responses. And when he's doing that, he slips that accent. Not only does the American accent go, the Frobisher accent goes away. So it just becomes something like just Colin. That happens, and it's lovely though. So I roll. Let's keep going. It's a good time to be had. The ending, like I said before, they've flat out take Casablanca lines out of it. You find out what the actual Maltese Penguin is, and it's a something, and it's always about, you don't get to hear exactly what it is, and you find out, okay, spoiler, how spoilery you want to go with it.
Go for it.
Okay, so you find out the thing.
It's not the Maltese Penguin. It's the Schrodinger's penguin.
Right, and that's really the Maltese Falcon-ish. It's not this. It's this other thing is really what everyone's chasing. It's the big bad guy. Oh, darn it, what's his name? Josiah, was it Dogbolter?
Dogbolter. Yeah.
He, side note, absolute pleasure to listen to him. Such a great bad guy, and he really nailed that film noir type of villain where he was very articulate and his pacing was just even though a little bit, albeit a little rapid, but it had this flow that it at all times was consistent whenever this character was present, and it was actually really a pleasure to listen to. When he finds out that here he's trying to keep a world where everything is about complacency and mediocrity, and the thing that they're trying to find is just called the something, and you don't know what it is, and it's more about the idea. They're looking for this idea of this little thing is gonna break his perfect way of making all money. Yeah, it's a little computer chip, and it has a joke on it, and just it's. Shearman's really good about making something what could be very small physically, but the value of it, of being a catalyst of whatever story he's writing, he's really good at that, because he did that in was it I'm blanking on the other ones. Scarezo, I think was the one that's his. might be off. But yeah, so he it's this little computer chip, and it just has a joke on it. And so the guy, so Big Bad takes it, puts it into the system. Everyone reads the joke, and the joke is basically is, you don't have to be crazy. You don't have to be crazy to work here, but it helps, and it just makes everyone start laughing. And now he's freaked out because, oh God, people are having laughter, and now they're going to start talking, and now they're going to start thinking, and they're because of ideas, all because of this one little joke. That kind of gravity of what the catalyst is of what the something was, and really how deep it is. That's where kind of for me, I always have to kind of rank these a little higher, because plot wise, you're thinking, oh, this is just a fun little. Schumann always hits me with just, okay, by the way, here's something really groundbreaking, thought provoking at the end. Boom. And it's like, oh, good Lord, I wasn't prepared for that, sir. So that's why I always kind of rank a little bit higher if I'm in the mood for all of the trappings of Frobisher and their style of noir and all that kind of fun stuff. So there's my long-winded 7.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So Dave, what'd you rank?
Dave,
tell us.
Well, but isn't that supposed to happen to the after party? So we got another 9 minutes before we can tell you. No.
Are we running any commercials?
No.
And
we're not running any commercials. We're not having an after party. We're just doing this now. We're just doing this, and I gave it an 8 as well. I really did like it. I for a lot of the same reasons that we've already talked about. I love the film noir stuff. I actually don't, and I may have to remove myself after saying this. I don't love Bogart's Sam Spade.
That's right, sweetheart.
But Howard
That's
Duff
fair,
is
honestly.
way better as Sam Spade. The radio, the main radio Sam. Bogart was just not my cup of tea, but he worked really well in what they did with that.
Right.
I loved the Peter Lorre character. That looks nothing like Peter Lorre. You had to have that in there because Peter Lorre's just the Peter Lorre impressionist is always a big thing. Although I have a feeling that anyone under vaguely our age would have no clue what the hell it is.
Peter Lorre.
Yes.
Well, Lorre's become a caricature now, so
exactly. So they just recognize that and not get the joke.
Yeah.
I was a bit disappointed there was no Sidney Greenstreet to pair off of him. That would have been Dogbert there. Whatever. What?
Yeah, I think Dogbert.
Dogbert, Dogmatic, whatever. Yeah.
We'll call it Dogbert.
Dogbert. There you go.
Yeah.
Doug Bolter.
Dog Bolter.
He had some of the fat man. Dog Bolter.
Dogbert.
I think he was their Sidney Greenstreet. That's what.
Yeah. He very much was.
Yeah.
He didn't have quite the same sliminess. And to his credit, I loved the character as it is. It was very weird to have a Peter Lorre cop. We have lost to Melanie. Maybe we'll get Melanie back. We'll find out. But no, I really did love that character, just that they existed. Not so much the character itself. Like I said, him as a cop was just weird. I loved the genre. I loved the jokes. I loved that it ended up. So yes, going back, Melanie kind of mentioned it before that it was the catalyst to the whole thing ends up actually being Frobisher's ex-partner, and they almost get back together, but they don't. And there was when you listen to that and then you go back and kind of re-listen to it, knowing that it gets a little bit. It's not full on. I see dead people. Go watch the movie again. Level of oh my god, how did I miss that? But it is definitely gives you an extra level of interesting with that. I also really like, and as far as you guys mentioned it, the theme song at the end. They redid the Doctor Who theme song as like noir harmonica.
Yeah.
And it was just, you almost don't realize what you're listening to for the first minute or so of it. And you can find on YouTube. If you look up the Maltese Penguin Doctor Who theme, you should be able to find it. There's a couple of people have title sequenced it, and it's a neat version of the theme.
It's clever. It's off the beat. They've jazzed it down instead of jazzing it up. They've jazzed it down, and it's it's different.
Yeah. So but yeah, no, this was a lot of fun. When I did Alex Kingston's, when I was listening to her book, I really said I could use this to, more of this noir style with some of these characters, and Frobisher and Melody Malone would be an absolute blast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know someone wants the after party, but I don't really have the time for it. We're trying to. There's conversation. Do people really want the 90-minute show? Part of the reason we had an after party is we did a 60-minute show, and that was how we had to end it for the audio. That was with hanging with Pup Producing. We had to have a 60-minute audio show, period. And then the last 30 minutes was the after party. And then we just kind of carried it through, and it was supposed to usually tried to be a separate thing, but sometimes it just ended up dragging through to now we're just doing Kristen's opinion or my opinion or whatever.
With podcasts now, if I throw it onto Spotify, iHeartRadio, and whatnot, there is not 60 minutes anymore. It's another behind the scenes thing where one of our amazing avenues to post this can only do 60 minutes. So I think if we just start timing it right, we could just hit that 60-minute anyway and go and not have to have the whole shebang. But still,
exactly. If we have a reason to do an after party that is not the topic at hand, I think I would love to do it still. When I do box openings, or we decide we want to talk about Star Wars on the Doctor Who show.
Or we just do another link and go, okay, we'll be right back. Boop, boop. Simple as that. No, it's easier for our amazing viewers who catch us not live to jump back in and go, okay, here's the next thing. Or, maybe I'll listen to it later.
Sometimes we just get yakking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yak.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yak.
We'll figure it out. We want that is part of what we're doing. Here we go. Yeah, this is true. We have certainly done 3 to 4 hours of Melanie just eating chocolate.
That was terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I don't like chocolate. That's the problem.
Oh no!
I still have Terry's bloody oranges all over the damn house right now. Thank you, Mark. I love you, but
I
Lord,
can help you with that.
I still got this.
Yeah.
Although I did go to Sam's Club and I picked up something else for Mark. I bought him a whole big thing of ranch powdered ranch seasoning, a huge thing of it, since those in the UK cannot get the sweet amazingness of ranch, Hidden Valley, everything like we do here. Which I might have sent him pictures of 3 pallets full of Hidden Valley ranch just to say, look what we have here. It's like $5 a bottle. Anyway.
But yeah, no.
Don't you dare.
We have it at Publix. We don't need it.
We already have it at Publix, and it could just stay and rot on the shelf.
Now, Dave just sent it to us. That's one thing. He has Big Turk version, but Melanie and I just go to Publix and go, it's sitting there.
Exactly. You just point and laugh at it and go, no, stay there underneath your dust.
Wow.
Until some unsuspecting fool
into a bag.
Shocking.
Trying to find a thing.
Sorry, I really don't like it. I don't know if you can smell that.
What about Spam?
I'm just gonna.
That's amazing.
There. And
Too much salt.
Too
much salt.
Put it away.
What a big
And that's and if you hunt through the YouTubes,
absolutely
you can find more of that.
I am absolutely triggered by that.
Yes,
Chocolate covered rose dope. Terrible.
A whole Frobisher Files spinoff. I don't think did he get his own. I think he just kind of was a perennial background / companion to a few different. The Doctor and I think some with Iris Wild Time. I don't think we got any actual Frobisher led stories.
No.
But that would be a fun one, the Frobisher Files. I could see that being straight up like a Disney Plus, maybe ITV, maybe I don't know, something that's online, not ITV, BBC. That could be animated and fun and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Would it be a cartoon or?
I think it would have to be a cartoon. Or at least
I'm sorry, I meant computer-generated cartoon or traditional type cartoon. That's what I meant.
We kind of need if they went 2D animation, quite frankly. In my opinion.
I could get buying that.
Yeah.
Frobisher spin-off instead of the official Sea Devils one.
We'll throw in K9 as well, because we missed out on that as well.
Yes, and I want canine puppies.
Canine puppies.
Canine puppies.
Mimi.
And company. So I did want to say one more thing about the Maltese Penguin that you reminded me of, Dave. So it does something that New Who started to do more and more, and that was just to look at the companions, and the companions saying, what am I without the Doctor? Am I still important? Can I have my own life? I'm not just an attachment to another person. So really, Frobisher is struggling with this through the story. And I thought that was cool, the way it was examined and the way it was resolved as well. He gets to hang out with the Doctor when he wants to, and he gets to do his PI stuff. And he learns things about himself along the way.
And the Doctor kind of came back a few times groveling, especially the last time he was like, I'm lonely. He's like, that's nice.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
That's kind of weird.
Well, that was fun. Yeah.
No, for sure. So yeah, if you haven't listened to this, go find it. It is not on Spotify that we've been able to determine, but yeah, you can go over to Big Finish Audio, pick it up. If it's not free there, then it's going to be very little money, as it is a one-off, a very old one-off. We love our Big Finish. Go check out Big Finish and see all of their cool stuff, because they got cool stuff, and not all of it is Doctor Who, and nor does it have to be. They just do good work and deserve the extra shout out that comes with doing that extra good work. So yay, Big Finish. Go check out Big Finish. Hey, go check out Big Finish. And we may have more.
The Maltese Penguin is a whopping $5.06.
There you go. Worth it.
$5.06.
Every penny, in my humble opinion.
You couldn't even buy a new version of a comic for that. So
true.
So here's a dumb idea, because I'm just crazy. And well, I know how to throw money at marketing. If we did live shows that I got Dave to choke a little bit on that one. If we did live shows and we were doing let's say that we were doing a live show, it was a Big Finish review. Would our audience, and yes, I need you guys to answer yes, no, blah, blah, blah. Like if we did a raffle in our audience to say, okay, we're going to do a review of this particular one lucky winner is going to win this particular one. I don't mind doing that personally. I don't mind throwing money at people to go, okay, here's the raffle. The raffle is, you're going to listen to this review. If you don't mind being spoiled, if you want to try giving it a listen, we have a raffle, and one lucky winner gets to have that particular audio. So maybe that's a way to kind of boost our little show, and by bribing people. It's the Frobisher way. Oh no, it's the Dog Bolter way. Because remember, he kept wanting to giving him. He kept trying to. What was the name of the currency he had? Because remember, he needed 12. What was it?
Mazumas.
It was 12 Mazumas a day plus expenses. Plus expenses. And then the guy had a Mazuma that was a bomb. I wasn't ready for that, by the way. That there was actually kind of an explosive killing in this. But yeah, so maybe that could be in the books to keep going and doing Big Finish ones and seeing if people want to enter the chance to win their own free listen.
We want to share these stories.
Exactly.
I found it a lot of fun, and like some people, I laughed a lot. So we need to share that wealth.
I don't mind that. Okay. I have a few people saying definitely sounds like a great idea. So, all right. And yeah, it's bribery. It's bribery, my friend. But I'd rather do that kind of bribery than do giving it to Facebook for possibly them putting it in front of people who might click or might not. I'd rather target it a little bit better.
Plus expenses.
Good. Plus expenses.
Yeah. Yes, plus expenses. Always plus expenses. I have on here?
Those might not be a freebie though.
No.
Just saying. Okay.
Well,
Anywho,
we shall
okay,
see.
cool.
So
That's
yes,
just me
next
pondering.
week we will have a special guest that I'm not going to announce yet. It is basically locked in. We just don't have all of the 100% of the details as far as what they're promoting, what we're promoting, and any sort of art and graphic-y stuff.
They're
So
excited. We're
definitely-
excited.
You all should be excited.
Yes.
And there may be at least a partial Big Finish connection. Just saying.
Ooh.
Ooh, segue.
And then the week after that,
Segue.
we're going to break the segue. We are
broke
starting
the
the March of the Master.
Ooh.
This is going to be next week's show. We're going to do the March of the Master. Nope, that's the last one. That's not the right. That was the one we just did, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the wrong one. I just uploaded the wrong one.
March of the
But
Month.
anyway, March and Master, we're gonna still do a
Yes.
lot of Master stuff
Oh,
in the
next
month of March, except for next week where we got this super amazing guest that said, "Hey, I'll do this next week," and we're like, well, we're just gonna take everything and move it down a week. We're good.
Going into March. Oh my God! This year. Oh my Lord!
Hey, don't forget February. We have 29 days. We're at leap year.
Yeah, I gotta work.
We got 29 days this time.
Today for my
I
dad.
gotta work.
Uh-huh.
He's gotta-
Yes.
Anyone who's on a salary gets screwed. There we go. The Master will return, but as ooh.
Mm.
Ooh.
So that you'll be able to catch this in 2 weeks' time, and I'm not going to show what's next after that. But we've got more Master goodness, and maybe some more Big Finish goodness, and some just generally more us.
Oh my goodness.
I'm doing the same thing.
Oh my goodness,
That's all goodness.
Yeah, we're all cute and adorable.
We're all doing that. I am.
Oh, I am.
I'm out of sangria.
Well, then
I'm out
that
I'm
she
out
is
of
out of sangria. I have New Orleans out there that I can go get my own.
Go to Pat O'Brien.
I think this is a good place to.
You wear that count, dude, that vampire dude that still lingers around New Orleans. I can't remember his name, but I can't remember anyone else's name either. So
Yeah.
Google it.
I'm still trying to go through all the. I just opened up like the bag of minis too. These chocolate little orange minis.
We are all ridiculous. But that's okay. If you enjoy our sort of ridiculous, make sure and thank you for watching our form of ridiculous. Make sure to like our channel and the video and all of the things. Comment all you like. Feed the algorithm. Share this video. All of the rest of our videos, and of course, subscribe. Join the other 4,000 subscribers that we have here on the YouTubes.
Tom, are you eating side of jalapenos that
Yes, he is.
that Subway gives you?
Mhm.
My God,
That's-
man!
That's why I'm just going to I'm throwing this video up. We don't need. No, I'm not going to admit Tom's doing this. No.
That just why? Why?
Feed the algorithms.
That's not how you feed an algorithm.
Tell everyone in the
That's how
comments
you
section.
feed yourself an
Tell
ulcer.
Tom he's ridiculous.
Oh
Tell
my
Tom he's
Lord.
ridiculous,
Sir.
and so that we can feed the algorithm. In the meantime, we're all gonna cringe, and Tony's gonna play us out.
Oh my Lord.
Bye, all.